have put in for their. Did I hit the right one on this? Let me make sure. Yeah, I did. Okay. They continuously put in this narrative like they investigated this legitimately, and it happened November 16th, and their whole objectivity was like literally to basically tell us that we are, it took them like 6 months to even put some paperwork down on it, literally to put paperwork down on this, and it's ridiculous. I think if oh man, did I lose that? Oh shoot, I hope I didn't lose that. Okay, because what I want to get accomplished in these lives is to gather more information at the time that I get it, because what I've been realizing is that Google, a lot of times when people make settlements and the state's interest is involved, yeah, it gets lost. So I'm gonna put myself on. Hello, everybody. So this is what I want to do is I want to break this down as good as I can. I think that I'm having problems with my StreamYards, but I don't think it's anything on my end. I think it's the network itself. So I'll just ignore it for now. But hey, Darlene Jones, how you doing? Welcome. So what the issues that I want to point out is this breakdown that I have right here. All right, I have a breakdown time stamped at every let's see, this breakdown right here. Here's a breakdown of its timestamp, every violation that they made that day, according to the video of the writer of this. So the initial contact with Officer Ponzetti, Detective Ponzetti, in about 6 minutes into it, she refuses to identify. She's called Karen here because the person that wrote this up is really ticked off at him. So violated Article 4.9, which is this departmental policy that right there, departmental policy right here. See that? Right there, 4.9. Unless on special assignment with prior authorization, on-duty officers shall identify themselves by name and badge number when requested by the public. They have to identify themselves by name and badge number. So that is in their policy, and they're not supposed to disregard that at any time, especially when they're given directives. So I just wanted to show, like I said, the disdain and their disregard for civil rights as far as obeying the law, and their departmental procedures and policies and law. And they just think that it's okay to do as they will, whatever they will. Hey, what's going on, John Borders? What's going on, Jonathan? Y'all, what's happening? I don't know. I think that I'm being shadow banned, And the 420 crew is just ignoring, because that's what they do. A lot of these fake people out here. I gotta start getting back into doing these audits on a regular basis so that I can have a consistent people that are not all dramaed out all the time, that are not just surfing the net because because this is their life is YouTube. You know what I mean? So I need to stay more consistent in what I'm doing to do so. But I have the breakdown how I want to put this. Let's see. I'm going to start off with this right here because right here is where this officer, I should have identified this guy. What's up, Indiana Observer? I should have identified this officer a while back, and I didn't. And it's my fault for doing so because I really wanted to. I was more into letting them hang themselves by to continue to get as much as I can to match their substance that they are representing as this narrative that that they have in their front window, which is a gang sign, and it's a one ass to save. Basically, that's what it comes down to. Is that's what that means? One ass to save, and that is not what we want representing us. So I'm going to show right here where all this starts. All this stems from that whole collection of bad behavior and disdainful behavior from them to us. They continue to have that bad behavior. They don't think that they owe us any type of good behavior at all, especially if you don't obey. There's something about obeying that they only recognize. They only recognize you is if you obey. You know what I mean? You are only good to them if you obey and submit. You're no good to them, and therefore they are not under no obligation from their training to address their behavior when they are acting in color of law. If I violate policy at work, there is no investigation. I would be wrote up and fired. Hey, good point. Good point. Good point. See, and here we go. And who is the bosses out here? Is the public? Are we the public? Are we the bosses? That is what needs to be determined here to the average criminal that is in a uniform. When these criminals in uniform pretend to be something that they ain't, and it's all because the working man don't have time to stop what he's doing to go check them. Unfortunately, it's gotten real bad. So that's why I volunteered to be some type of an asset to our community, to insert our rights and make sure that they uphold our rights anytime, any place, anywhere on public property in the course of their public duty. What's up, a boring sandwich? How you doing? Welcome. They expect respect, but they don't earn it at all. No, they don't. They act like that badge automatically gives them respect, and it don't. So now I'm just going to show piece by piece right now, so I have the record to do it. All right. So bear with me, because this right here I am sending to the Attorney General's office when I'm done with it, because I'm going to break it down where they said that they did not violate any policy nor any laws. So right now, the first one we're going to go to is when I took a individual named Broken System Broken Trust on YouTube, which is an ex-Marine. And well, you never case say ex. He was in the Marines. He's still a Marine, and he takes very offense to that. And all they did was cop-splain him. But listen to what they say as soon as they make contact with us. Listen very close. And I'm going to show you where they were in error. All right. So he gave me an unlawful directive. He said that sign over there says police officers only. It says police parking only. See how they add and subtract and arbitrarily enforce stuff that's not enforceable to the law? That's what makes it arbitrary. Moving on. All right, so we already seen all that. We already know that I checked him on his lying and how he lied to me. So let's just look at this part right here where he broke policy. Now, he just didn't break law there. He broke policy right here too as well. So this is where we need to be right about here. And okay, right here. So this is where this man right here is going out of his policy, and I'm going to write him up for it too, because I'm not letting him off the hook for this no more. So I'm going to go back there and make the complaint and show that he did violate policy. So let's take a listen to what he says. Okay. Okay. So he said he said he was told, so he's presuming, okay? All right. Let's go to department policy 45A. 45A says that members shall not make, hold up, let me bring this up. Oh, I didn't even bring that down, did I? Did I even share that video? Dang it. Let me go back here. Man, fudge. Okay. So let me share this because I forgot to share it. My fault, guys. I got all this lined up correctly, and I'm hoping that this sheds some light on what's really going on here and the problems that we're having with these people. All right. Listen to what he says right here. You got to get permission from us to do it.
The reason why I came out here is because I was told last time you guys were out here, you were trying to get in the cars.
Okay. He said he was told the last time we were out here that we were trying to get in the cars. All right. Now, he knows if that was true, I would be arrested. All right. All right. So in this document right here, okay, in this document right here, members shall not make statements on or off duties which are reckless disregard for the truth. He could not prove that, and he could not prove that statement to be true. Therefore, he was reckless in that. He needs to be wrote up for it, and I'm going to write him up for it. Moving on. I'm just going to move on with this stuff because this is a major miscarriage of justice here. So, when John Fischetti or whatever his name is, Fischetti, from the Attorney General's office, the guy that works operations that doesn't even do investigations. They use the guy that actually is just as the head of operations, and he's not even a prosecutor. So they sent a case for a referral for prosecution to a person in operations instead of the prosecutor, which is out of procedure. That's and I'm going to show you how that connects to when they obstruct and try to cover up and try to impede the media from getting information. They're always obstructing constantly. So, and when we put, and it's all attached right here. It's all attached to this right here. Okay. This is the attachment that these people are. This is why this behavior is so tyrannical at this police department right here, is because of this right here. Okay. It's this blue line, one ass to say flag right here. Okay. This is a gang symbol, ladies and gentlemen. This is used as a gang symbol for this place because this is my 4th time being there. Okay. This is my 4th time being there, and they still haven't taken that down, and they are fighting their best to keep that up. You understand that? You ain't taking this down, and it just like a flat, just like a gang would if you was to go and try to take it down off of a side of a building. When they're flagging it and marking it and doing their things, that's what they do. That's their marked territory right there. And that had to come out. So that is why I continued to redress them on this. All right. Now I'm going to move on. So right here in this video, you're going to see that I'm going to bring up in this specific video. They said that Sergeant Pizzetti did not violate departmental policy at all. Okay. So let's look at this. Let's look at the video, right? Let's look at this video. I'm not reading chat right now because I want to keep this going. I'm trying my best. I'll read chat in a minute, but here we go, guys. Ready? We already know that says do not enter over here where you see my cursor, and it says police parking only. We already know that from the last time we were there. So this is a different day, okay? This day was November 16th. That other one was back in October, okay? Moving on. So this officer, as I pointed it out, this officer right here, she's obviously impersonating an officer. Oh, I didn't know I was that far. My fault. I went too far into the videos. Excuse me. Because I was coming to that conclusion because she wouldn't ID, guys. So here's where we're at right here. All right. You see where it says do not enter, and that one over there says police parking only. Okay. So we observed the signs, and then we walked over. Signage. Because they said they were going to update their signage the last time I was there, and they didn't. When he accused me of all that malarkey, when he lied and broke policy and gaslit me. Yep. And we're just checking them out. Just checking people out. Seeing who they are. Seeing what they're doing. You know, on our property back here. Doing what we do, you know.
Sir, this is a restricted area.
No.
Okay, right then and there. All right, if this lady was under any type of excuse me a second. I'm sorry, an emergency, small emergency. I had to answer a question. Of course, people won't leave me alone. Anyway, so what we're dealing with here is she engaged me. I didn't engage her. Okay. So if she was on special assignment, she just broke her special assignment because she's supposed to be undercover and she's not supposed to identify to the public because she's undercover. She's not undercover in this, which makes it very clear that she's in her official capacity giving me a directive.
No, it ain't. Quit lying to me. Quit lying to me. I don't care what it says. Because you don't know what you're talking about as usual. But at least you said, sir. You want me?
So that I give her a chance to disengage and correct herself, okay, and start all over and reset. But she didn't want to do that.
You want me to educate you?
Sir, I'm showing you. It's please.
See, she doesn't see. Instead of saying, "Sure, I'm showing you," instead of the people, which is the boss, which is us, which is me holding my camera as a press redressing her, okay, doing a public redress, instead of her letting me, she continues to try to stay in control. She's trying to control me when she is the tool, which is the public servant. Okay, that is the difference. I am the public. She is the public servant, and a public servant serves. They don't give unlawful departmental orders that they have for years have gotten away tyrannically enforcing with the difference between traffic signs and pedestrian signs.
Only there's a gate right here.
Really?
And the sign's right here.
Really? Hey, ma'am, come here. Come here. You work for me. I don't work for you. You do what you're told.
Because she refuses. It's like she's doing this for herself. She's not doing this for me. See this? She's over there and looking. She wants to make sure what she is saying is actually true. She doesn't even believe it herself. That's why she continues to walk over there, because she knows. She sat there and watched us come in. She watched me and my partner walk over to that sign. She knows I know what it says.
Because you're sitting here trying to give me an unlawful order, and you don't know what you're talking about. Watch this. You don't know what you're talking about.
And there's a sign right here.
I don't care.
That's for vehicles.
Ma'am, am I a vehicle? Oh, you just got educated.
Boom. Okay, right there. That was her way of saying, okay, you know what? You're right. That's a traffic sign. That has nothing to do with pedestrians. There's sidewalks over here that are publicly accessible. It goes all the way to the street, all the way down, all the way in. Okay?
Ma'am, now go do your thing.
So now I give her a chance to identify. All right? I give her a chance to identify right here, and she doesn't.
Because you know what? You people here disgust me. I've been here 5 times, and I'm going to expose your tyranny. Because what you...
She's taking pictures of me right now, right? Which she can, but she's unlawfully doing it because I shouldn't be investigated for a constitutionally protected activity. It's the very first law.
Do is you give people unlawful orders and you're arbitrary to the law.
Now, I broke it down the way I was supposed to. She continues to ignore me, all right? And that's just a bunch of crack, you know. So I go back over to her car.
And you guys you'll call the damn Marines. They'll take you away.
See, that's what she was doing, was making a phone call as she was walking away. And I was hearing her saying, I'm going to make a phone call. Well, I'm calling so-and-so or something like that underneath her breath.
Butt hurt. Keep walking. Do that walk of shame. Hey, you know what? You got a cracked windshield. Are you an officer?
We already know the public code on that, right? That's a driver responsibility infraction right there. She drives that car illegally, right? Right? She took an oath to obey the laws and uphold and obey all laws of the Constitution.
Hey, that's a
including Michigan statutes.
Cracked windshield right there. Oh, that's a vehicle code violation. Oh, you're above the law, right? Cam back. Cam back. Hey, are you an officer? You need to identify.
Right there. So she didn't identify. Okay, watch.
Hey, you should identify, ma'am. Are you an
Okay. So now she's illegally giving me unlawful orders, okay, violating my civil rights, and she's in color of law by telling me that I'm breaking the law and that it's in a restricted area, which it wasn't at the time. And they made it a restricted area because of their butthurt feelings and the money that they spent. And I simply just want to redress them in their mannerisms and their unlawful behavior and their disdain for the public, where they don't know when to back down. You understand? They don't know when to apologize when they're wrong. So she began to obstruct me, okay? And that is where this procedure comes in. All right. So it is 4.9. This is 4.9. Of departmental policy. Unless on a special assignment with prior authorization, on-duty officers shall not identify themselves by name or badge number. Let me read it again. Unless on special assignment with prior authorization, on-duty officers shall identify themselves by name and badge number when requested by the public. So we clearly know that she violated her department policy. It is her. Now I'm moving on. I'm just moving on. I'm not going to make this as long as I usually do. So we see this, and now we're going to move up into where I want to redress her in the redress of this, the redress of things. And now Sergeant Fell I come into contact with him. Okay, now he knows I have police business. I answered his question. Did I not? There you go. I need to get her name and verify. He said, do you need to verify? I said, yeah, I need to get her name and badge number. He should have moved out of my way. Okay. Instead, he continued to block my egress and violate my civil rights by committing prior restraint, not letting me inside, be in the press, because Turner versus Driver says, while in the course of their public duty, I'm allowed to record them in that any type of situation, as long as it's during time, place, and manner, and during business hours, okay, it was between 8 and 4, and this woman just unlawfully gave me an unlawful order. All right. Okay, so that okay, now he begins to obstruct me. Okay, now he's not identifying. He is now in the same water that she is, and we know. See, this is connected to all that tyrannical behavior that stems from that sign out there, guys. And they're really upset that I made them take it down. They're crazy upset about that, and that is where um this is all. This is just a bunch of shammy crap, man, that they're pulling on me, and I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, guys. I really am. um and it's not that I can't recede, or I don't know when to de-escalate myself and just leave things be. But the reason why I keep bringing this to the public's attention is because they continue to get away with stuff like this, and we can't let them do this no more. They can't do this no more. They're not allowed to do this. So then right here, okay, when he lets this guy in, he takes his right arm and move towards me and pushes a 400-pound man back with his arm and brushes me and pushes me back. That was called unwanted touching. We know that is against the law. Unwanted touching is against the law. Okay, right there, he pushed me. That's unwanted touching. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. Yeah, I just had that up and it like something it was specific in battery and it said unwanted touching. So we already know that battery is unwanted touching. That goes into assault or assault and battery when people are for some reason it changed to that. I don't know. They're having glitches with their thing, but we all know what that is. I'm moving on because for time restraints, but we all know what's going on there. The guy assaulted me. You know damn well what he did, and that's all there is to it. So moving on to the next assault, right there, because the battery's unwanted touching. All right. So I'm going to move on and show the next assault when he uses the door to hit me. It's very important that I put the facts out right here. All I do is go into publicly accessible areas, okay, where I'm allowed to be, and I continue to get obstructed by Sergeant Fell, and Sergeant Fell is not equally applying the law. As you see, the person before me went in, but he would not let me put a complaint on Sergeant Pazzetti, and hold up, guys. I'm about to get to this next point right here. Okay. Here is the second. This is assault and battery right here. Actually, it's a felonious assault. Okay. Let me bring that up because maybe that's the one that I was trying to get to before. Stand by. Okay, cool. So I did have that loaded, but it disappeared on me. I had battery too, and it disappeared. I don't know what it. I got like 15 different tabs open. So okay, I got mixed up on it, and it is what it is. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. Moving on. Let me take this down right there because that's in the way. All right. So, All right. So right here again, this is where he assaults me with the door.
Everybody's telling you snatch that door. That's what they do. You're going to jail. Yeah, when they come to your house and shit. Yeah, you see what he.
No transparency in this building.
Stick your foot in front of it next time. That's what they do.
Yeah, because they're allowed to when they're investigating, just like we are. We're investigating their tyranny.
When they did it, when yeah, when they come to your house and shit.
All right, so now the three of us are, just for informational purposes, the three of us have been denied access to a public building.
Here he comes, 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 here.
Can you identify yourself?
There it is, got him. You're mine, you're mine, you're mine. You know what? Hold on. What are you doing?
129.
129.
129.
See what it took to get him to actually identify when we asked him to identify several times before. They're very tyrannical. Okay. Now, This is where he assaults me with the door. Listen, I'm standing in the doorway.
If you hurt my foot,
You heard it. You heard it hit me. Listen. Now, if that would have been his foot, you know damn well where I'd be. I'd have my teeth knocked in. I'd have 15 pair of cuffs on me, and they'd drag me around, and there'd be blood everywhere.
Yourself?
there it is. Got him. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine.
You fell.
I'm
You
sorry.
know what? Hold on. What are you doing?
129.
129.
Sergeant Fell, 129.
We got you.
All right, that's where he hit my foot. My right foot was in the door. As you can see, there's my silhouette. I'm standing 4 inches from this door, and I'm trying to, he continues to block my egress. Now, this right here, that's called a felonious assault. All right. Felonious assault, a violation of subsection 1 in a weapon-free zone, school, whatever. I don't know why they keep felonious assault should be just a felonious assault, except provided to substitute any person assaults another person with a gun, revolver, pistol, knife, iron bar, or club, brass knuckles, or any dangerous weapon without intending to commit murder or to inflict great bodily harm less than the crime of murder is guilty of a felonious assault and punishable by imprisonment for not more than 4 years or a fine of $2,000 or both. Okay? It's that simple. Community and functions and props. Okay, that's just there's special circumstances out there when it talks about a school, but that's what he's guilty of. So he committed a felony on me. All right. All right, we'll leave that alone. We already know that. Now, moving on. Now, let's look at his oath of office. He swore to protect an oath to protect my rights and all laws of the state and the Constitution. And there's that oath of office right there. Richard W. Fell, right? I solemnly swear to affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this state, and in will good faith discharge the duties of my position according to the best of my abilities. Okay? So there you go. That's his. All right. Now, I file a complaint with Special Operations and the Department of Professional Standards. So this is what they said in that. This is their response. 6 months later, we get this response. Okay. All right. Dear Mr. Dillinger, the Michigan State Police Professional Standards Section has completed its investigation of your assault or your complaint concerning the conduct of Sergeant Richard Fell on November 16th, 2021. Incident number PSS 549-21. The investigation revealed evidence that Sergeant Fell violated Michigan State policies. Police policies. Our findings have been referred to the Michigan State Police Human Resources Division for review. During the review, the HRD will determine the elements of just cause have been met to administrate discipline in accordance with our agency policies and Sergeant Fell's collective bargaining agreement. The assault allegations were reviewed by the Michigan Attorney General's office. After review, determined that the criminal referral for charges was not warranted. Now, I want you guys to listen to this. Before I go on, I'm going to show this guy's oath of office. All right. There is Shoemaker. Okay. All right. This is Shoemaker's oath of office. This is Lieutenant Shoemaker, the guy who investigated this, right? And I want you guys to listen to this recording as he violated his oath because he's seen where this guy violated my rights. He's seen where this guy committed prior restraint against the very First Amendment of the Constitution. He's seen where this guy committed a felonious assault because I said it was an aggravated assault, and it should have been a felonious assault, okay? He knows that because if I did it to him, that's what he would charge me with. He would go down the list, okay, because he's the one that in professional standards is supposed to do so. But his bias against me asserting my rights around that place and how they have that blue line of tyranny, which is their gang symbol. They don't see it the way we see it, guys. So they found him guilty of not identifying, and the same thing with her. They didn't find her guilty of breaking departmental policies either. So I'm going to go to this conversation we have here, and I want you guys to listen to this. When I asked him, I says, well, because now I start to redress him during my last live, and he called in the middle of my live, and this is what he said. Okay. He gives me this name because I called and asked him a couple days before that, who at the Attorney General's office seen this evidence and said that there was no crime committed. And this is what he gave me. Ready? Here we go.
What's going on, man? Not much. I have a name of the person at the AG's office for you. If you have a pen, you can copy down his last go name. ahead. Go ahead. Okay. I record everything. So Yep. First name is John, John. Okay. Last name is Fedinsky. It's FedynSky.
All right. So now he gives me that name. I'm not even going to play the rest of it because for time restraint, this guy is just like totally accusatory. He thinks that asking questions is confrontational, and when you give the wrong answer and you try to redress them on it, then they gaslight you and say that you are too confrontational. So now, also, his boss, I redressed him as well. This is his boss. His boss is Brody Boucher. Okay, that is the lieutenant that signed that paperwork right here in this one. That's his oath of office. And he signed this piece of paper stating that the investigation was closed and warranted no more attention right there. That is his signature right there. So all three of these people have broken their oath of office, and they are under oath because that is their oath. So when they lied and did this sham investigation, they violated their oath, and they need to be charged with it. Okay, moving on. Now, John Fedesky. Here is the relevance to this guy. All right, this is an interesting guy. He's not a prosecutor at all. He works in operations on the executive level in the Attorney General's office of the state of Michigan. So I'm going to show you where this guy is known for let's see. Where is that? Here it is. All right. I'm going to show you right here where this guy is known for obstructing. All right. And deflecting all potential interest that the state has to get rid of lawsuits and stop things in their tracks and obstruct them. MSP wants media blocked from accessing records in lawful death of lawsuit. This is that 15-year-old child that I'll play a short version of this, of what happened. All right. So let me just go ahead and push play on this. If this is it. Okay, I got it up good. And this is what connects this guy to me. Okay. Let me go further down here, right here. Okay. This is what connects this guy to me. Right here. All right. God, that's loud. All right. Correction. Assistant Attorney General John G. Fedesky represents the state and the state police as interested parties in the matter and is not listed as the Attorney General for either of the defendants, ex-trooper Mark Benson or the other unnamed trooper. So basically what that's basically saying there, okay, is that he is only there for the state's interest, and he's in operations, and he's not an investigator at all. He's just he's the head of operations. What is he doing? His assistant told me, all right, that he does not investigate. It's funny. I says, well, who's the guy there that actually investigates? I asked her, I says, is this guy an attorney general that is he a prosecutor? She goes, no, he's just the head of operations. So why would you send the guy that's the head of operations a case to be reviewed by a prosecutor and not the administration? You see what I'm saying? This guy's obstruction. He's obstructing. These people are obstructing. And they used his name from the Attorney General's office to make it look like a prosecutor had seen it, and it's not. They're liars, man. They're deceivers, and you've got to do your homework on this. If you don't do your homework, you won't find out who these people are. What's up, Brian? What's going on, guys? So I just wanted to do this live just to show you guys how far they're willing to go to cover up their tyranny. All right. If they had evidence of you trying to break into the cars, they wouldn't have been casually telling you on your second inch. You're darn right they wouldn't. They would have arrested me because they would have had evidence. Everybody's saying their budgetary. All right. Cool. And what's going on? Welcome everybody that came in, left, and showed some respect. I continue to make these videos because you don't know which days are going to be your last, and I want to be up to date with every bit of information that I have. Hey Melissa, how you doing? I want to be updated on everything as far as that goes, and it's in my best interest to do so. I'm just giving everybody their due because I know they've been asking the topic, Asmar, off topic, but I'd like to talk to you about the Suboxone and versus kratom. Sometimes I heard the discussion like you go, okay, blah, blah, blah. That means a felony. Yes, it is a felony. Felonious assault means a violent or criminal act report to the authorities, which is directed to during the course of the attempt. Yeah, it was. And they all know I had an ambulance come, and I just don't want to make this live so long to where people are not getting the gist of what's going on. Please understand that I'm just putting this information together the best I can. So now I'm going to go here, and I have a list of what they did and everything that they did as far as the list of their misconducts. Where'd it go? What I do? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So here's the list of their misconducts. Okay. So 2 minutes into it, the initial reaction with Officer Panzetti, we proved that she did, in fact, not identify she violated policy 4.9. 7.10, that's 7 minutes and 10 minutes, 7 minutes and 10 seconds, denied access to the building and secured entry of lobby door, which that's prior restraint. 30 seconds into it, hung up by Michigan State Police for not wanting to identify. 17 minutes in, contacted Michigan headquarters. Heather, no message left. 19, incident of video to MS Trooper at headquarters. 20 minutes and 40 seconds. First contact with PPS, left number with Trooper. Intended the video stated a special affairs division, and so on. I mean, this is 25 minutes and 30 seconds into it. Gave number to PSS. 2950 minutes. Intent of video stated during video. Our intent was stated. Okay, 31 minutes was contacted MSP headquarters. Heather, no message left. 34:30 intent of video advised to desk sergeant by Wolverine Transparency. 37 minutes contacted MSP Heather internal affairs, gave the number to dispatch. 39:50 contacted MSP recording, left message. 43 minutes left, it contacted Metro Post 7 on non-emergency transfer to Repo system. 46 minutes allowed elder gentleman to access the building. First Amendment violation, Article 1, Part 2, 3, and 5. That's when they wasn't equally applying the law. The 46 minutes was assaulted Wolverine Transparency with the push in the chest. 48 minutes was intended to the video advised the desk sergeant. 49 minutes quoted Article 1 and Article 2 of the Michigan Constitution. 50 quoted Article 1.3 Michigan Constitution. 50:41 quoted Article 1.5 of Michigan Constitution. 50:17 intended video stated during video. 54 allowed elder gentlemen to exit the side door entrance and serve citizens. 56:52 contacted MSP direct headquarters. Recording left a message with phone number, no reply. And an hour and 1 minute and 40 seconds and we did attempt to state what we were doing in the video, intent to state the detail, intent to video during the video. Okay, that was all within a 6-minute period there. All right, page 2, Officer Karen left promptly visa rear exit. That's Officer Panzetti. That's who he's calling Karen, because she refused to identify. He didn't know. I didn't know at the time. an hour and 8 minutes and 50 seconds, UPS property. That's when the UPS came in. They allowed him in. Sergeant asked to identify violated 4.9, 4.6 MSP code conduct. An hour intended and stated during the video. So we continued to state our intent. Okay, that's very important. Sergeant secured an exit door of building denying access to foyer. That's when when we were all over the building because we were watching people leave and we wanted to get them on the record. Intended video to stand during video. Intent of video. So we always stated our intent. 12505 contacted Operatios Robbins. MSP went to Rebo menu and then left message. Same thing, repeat. 3 minutes later after that, 10 minutes later after that, contacted MS Lansing, Post Trooper Broster, 2nd District, and etc. Contacted 2nd District, answering machine left message with number, which is his number. He left his number with them. 143 intent of video, the citizen Michigan. Intended of video stated to citizen of Michigan when a citizen was asking us what we were actually doing. Hispanic general allowed in violation 2, Article 1, 2, 3, and 5. That's not, they're not equally applying the law here, guys. That's why it's in red. Intent of video stand during video. 148.32. The black jacket gentleman allowed access. 3rd violation of Article 1, 2, 5, 3, and 5. Excuse me. 148.56. Refusal to identify the Wolverine transparency. Violation of 4.9. 150.5. Refusal to identify Wolverine transparency. Refusal to identify to Wolverine transparency. Violated 4.9. 2.1.20 seconds coupled allowed access. 4th Amendment of Article 1, 2, 3, and 5. 20 seconds later after that, Sergeant assaulted, which is MCL 750.81 Metro Detroit Outlets, by pulling the door out of his hand. That's a felonious assault right there. Let's see. Trooper pledged stated during the video. All right. Let's see. Article oath of public office stated during video. Allowed a lady access to 5th of that's the allowed lady access 5th violation of the Article 1, 2, 3, and 5. Sergeant refused to identify violation. See that these are all in his video, every one of them that was sent with this. And 2.720, gentlemen allowed access to 6th violation of not equally applying the laws to all 3 of these, are all 4 of them articles there in the Constitution. 2.18.15 seconds, assaulted 750.81 by Sergeant pulling the door out of my hand. 2.18.22.28 assaulted 750.81 Wolverine transparency on shoulder with the door. Assaulted Wolverine transparency on the foot. 106-pound door. That's the felonious assault. Again, 2.18.33 maliciously attempted to assault Wolverine with the door, because you could see he pushed the door open and then tried to slam it. Y'all remember that. 2018 young male allowed the 7th violation of not equally applying Article 1, 2, 3, and 5. 2 hours and 20 minutes into it, requested medical attention from Sergeant. 40 seconds later, contacted 911 for medical attention.
Young male denied service, guilty by association. Intent of video stated to citizen of Michigan. Taylor Fire Rescue on the scene. Fire Rescue Loretto Anderson. Taylor Fire Rescue off scene. That's 2 hours and 50 minutes. 2 hours and 58 minutes. 14 seconds attempted made. Young male was with us. Asked us to leave the building. So somebody, another person besides us, they thought was with us, was asked to leave. At 2:59:20, Wolverine transparency gives officer opportunity to honor their oath. 3.2:20, end of video, signed off. So 14 times in the original intent was stated on the video. 7 times we were denied. 7 times we were denied our rights under Michigan Constitutional Article 1, 2, Article 1, 3, Article 1, 5 of the Constitution, the First Amendment. 5 times we were assaulted by Sergeant Bell and Michigan State Police. 3 times Wolverine transparency. 1 time Metro Detroit audits. 1 time Michigan 360. 5 times and second district MSP officer violated Article 4 and point 4 Code of Conduct. There's the breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. It don't get no better than that right there. These things that we see and continue to I'm gonna have Wolvie give me a wrench back. I'll be hammering your ass. Don't be a. He must be talking about. Oh my God, I'm reading that. I'm trying to keep this as good as possible because I want to, and as clear as possible, so I can send this. So my time will not expire. As every time I send them a redress, my time starts all over again. It's considered by the Supreme Court when it comes to departmental or to the Constitution and statute of limitations in the court. Okay, guys. Again, this right here was just simply the breakdown of what happened, and I might keep updating this way. This is the only way that I can get the public to listen. So thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate you. Wolvie, I'm back. Blew me again. Okay. I will definitely put you in there for that. I wouldn't worry about the channel B, bro. I think I mean, you guys could time them out, but I honestly don't think. I mean, to me, people could say as long as they're not starting crap. If he's starting crap with you personally, and he's disrupting people, that's I don't even want to talk about it because I want to keep my stuff straight on. Because I don't have nobody actually trolling me, so I'm done with all that. Hey, I'm gonna get off here. You guys have a great day, and share this video. Share this video with everybody you can. Take care. Bye. Thank you.